Hey, what's up, guys? Zarafkas here. I just started playing Evil Dead, the game. I'm a big fan of Evil Dead. Got it for free in Epic Games. It was a pretty cool deal. And I wanted to go over some tips and tricks for new players and maybe some stuff to help out some veterans I've noticed. Just me being a somewhat new player, but I feel like I know what I'm doing now. I can help out. But so I got a couple games here I want to run through. One where I was playing as a survivor with Arthur, and then I got a couple more where I was playing as a demon. So I think it is important for you to get both sides to really understand how the game flows. But I wanted to start out the very first. You get like 2 or 3 minutes tops where you're free to kind of loot and go around and do your standard, pick up some items. But you don't want to spend too long before you get on the pages, because honestly, the faster you can complete your objectives, the worse it is for the demon. Because they need to get their threat level up to get more points to, increase the strength of their summons, have more infernal energy, and that sort of thing. It's all about economy for them. The same thing goes for the survivors. You have resources, your shimps and your amulets and whatnot. But this game we had a prestige 1 support action. He's with us here, but then he just kind of takes off. And it's kind of weird, but he pretty much wasn't with us until the very end of the game. But as you can see, the demon found us. I mean, you generally can find him in the first minute and a half when I'm playing demon. I have to go over it. It's pretty easy to do, actually, figure out where they started out at and see somebody without spending any points in vision. But yeah, so you do not want to dawdle and try and get the map pages as soon as possible. So this is the first pages in this area, so we just need to check these houses. What I've seen is that, oh yeah, and also you saw right there, you can actually see the traps. That does any good. I noticed on this one, but it's kind of a fuzzy area, or a little blurry spot. You can just barely see it, but this dude's obviously spec'd up to his traps because he's got elites coming out of him already. So we got 2 portions on the map. Doing pretty good because the demon's only level 5. And he did find us, so at this point you're free to get in a car as soon as they discover you. Skip ahead so you don't have to watch 30 minutes of gameplay. I think my Arthur's okay. He's kind of nice because he's like kind of a hybrid melee warrior slash leader with just your basic sword. You don't really need a weapon. I do like to, if you can get a weapon for him, the blue or purple or legendary sword. It's awesome. But it can kind of screw you because you do too much damage and then you can't get your finishers off, which then extend the duration of your ability. He's trying to take the car away from us, which is what I like to do on the demon. Once you know they're going to jump in it. So now we got the map completed. So the basic way the game works is just real bare basic. As you can see, there's a timer right now. It's 23 minutes left. It starts out at 30 minutes as soon as you enter the game. Once you collect all the map pieces, and you go on to the next phase, which is completing the pages, the book, the Necronomicon pages, and the daggers. You can see there on the little progression up here. I think generally the best way to do it is to go about. You're supposed to grab the one that's furthest away from the dark ones first, just because the storm closes. And sometimes I've seen it where one of them is way off from the other, and the storm will start out right next to you and can actually catch you if you're not paying attention. So you get rid of that problem when you grab the one that's furthest away first. But yeah. So then we do this here. I think there's 3 of us here. But fear management's important, so you don't wreck your team. And this dude's hurting because you really like to have your boss for these, because the survivors can't get away from you. They gotta stay in the circles. If they all leave the circle, then it starts ticking down. And that's what I'll do a lot of times if people are trying to solo objectives. You can just possess the one that's in the middle and take him out and just let it tick down. So he doesn't have anybody there to get the possession out of the way. That dude actually did pretty good with that car there. I don't like to possess the car and use it as a weapon, but it does do a decent amount of damage. You just lose your infernal energy a lot. All the damage they do while you're possessing it comes right out of your infernal energy. But maybe that's because I play Plaguebringer and you need that infernal energy to even use your abilities when you possess stuff. So support Ash is with us. Let's see who's the one. So many Ashes. We've got support Ash and warrior Ash is with me. I guess it was Hunter Ash that was running around doing his own thing. Which I guess he can do that. But yeah, this dude didn't even get his boss by the time we started this one. Which is rough. And the Hunter went ahead and yeah, I'll take the good weapons after as a leader after your Hunter and as well. Yeah, it's real risky to go and try and solo that like he did. Because the demon can really pick on him. If you're good on the demon, there's no way somebody can 1v1 you except it's a really loaded out warrior Ash or something like that. But yeah, something I wanted to discuss too. It's if you're familiar with playing strategy games, it's about actions per minute and maximizing your resources and whatnot. And so you want to loot as you're going, but you also want to get to the objective as fast as possible. I mean, the demon got a bunch of levels up already, but every time he gets to engage on you, he's gaining levels. But yeah, like I said before, the quicker you can complete the objectives, the harder it is. So I know when I'm playing demon, if they knock out the objectives really fast, and I'm, not at least like level 25 by the time they're on the book phase over here, or the dark ones, it's tough. This is a little harder because it's a lot bigger zone, so they still can kite you out of the boss. If you can get finishers off with Leader Arthur, or Lord Arthur, it's pretty good. You get like 5 extra seconds for each one of those. And then sometimes their balance bar just resets like that, I don't know why. The Necro has a hard time against all melee because it feels like you just crush all his stuff down.
Protect the Necronomicon with your life. It's the only way to end this.
That's something else that drives me nuts about the Necro is how fast the cooldown is on the flute. Like, the good ones that have spec'd it up, it's like they can use the flute twice during each one of the events. And obviously if they're good, I think this guy was decent level, but I don't think he's that great. When I drop the boss, I always like to at least throw some portals down so it's not just, they can't just focus you. Yeah, I'm gonna end up pulling this one out. Wasn't too difficult. That's what's interesting about this game is the matchmaking is just completely random, so. And it's more about teamwork than anything else. So yeah, so there's that, and then here's the perspective of the demon. I don't think I'm the best at demon, but I do think I'm pretty decent. I've only lost 3 or 4 games out of 25 or so that I've played. It just seemed to, Plaguebringer just seemed to click with me. So, like I was saying before, here's your map, and you can figure out pretty much exactly where the survivors are at based on you have your dagger, your pages, and then you as the demon spawn. They won't spawn within 300 meters or so of any of those three things, so you know that they're in one of the areas they're not. So this was kind of questionable. I was like, oh, they could have maybe been here. I don't know. I don't think they generally spawn around the cave. They do spawn around. I've seen them spawn around the cell tower. I've seen them spawn around Flight 666, and the fire tower, which I thought was up there too, but it might just be where the map is. But I figured they were down here somewhere around the terminal, just because it was a little bit further away from the objectives.
The seas run red once more.
And so then you just mark it, you head down there, and that, like I said before, playing Demon is all about actions per minute, never stop and do stuff. That's why I don't tend to possess units a lot, especially early, because you need to be collecting infernal energy, dropping portals, laying as many traps as you can. And like on your way to them, you want to try and lay a couple traps, because then you can get basically lay 2 or 3 traps, and you get up to level 1 or level 2. I mean, level up your infernal energy again for the first time. But you don't want to spend too much time, and then there they are, just about exactly where I thought they would be. And this dude was just on his own the whole time. He really kind of screwed his team. Yeah, I like to grab Infernal Energy, basic portal, and then I honestly like to take traps level 3 because I just use a ton of traps and it's a lot of free elites you can get and threat. Unfortunately, the first 2 points in the trap, it's like, you get extra fear, which I guess gives you more threat level, but really what I play it for is the elites. And also with the item traps, or the crate traps, I like to use the Ash's Hand for the white ones, and then I use the mini Ashes for the other ones because I don't want them to prevent them from getting whatever good items you can. And they come to help him out. Yeah, I try and go ahead of them and drop traps wherever you can. So he just wants to fight all these dudes. Which, like, my son's almost 17 when he plays this game, that's what he likes to do. He's a big, fighting game player. I don't know why my camera flips like that sometimes on the Demon, it's really confusing. This Arthur is just a greebo, he's just trying to loot everything all the time. And that's where this game differs from like Fortnite and stuff, where you can actually get away with that. Really get punished. But yeah, that's how I like to play the early game. Find them as soon as possible, trap them, and if you can find, which I do in this game, find the objective before they do. It looks like these two are by themselves. Yeah, I like to put the trap portals around there, around the objective if you find them.
Try harder.
And then the other dude just died over there. I don't know how. I wasn't even over there. I went to check it out. I just left him there. Poor guy.
The humans have discovered the book's lost pages. They were
Let's see, like he's screwing around. Still over there looting. He goes and actually res them, and that's another new mistake. Is like if somebody's dead, I mean, I guess that's worth it, but if you're close to completing the objective, just try and hold the objective down because they're going to automatically res for that. Like the pages of the book. That's how I like to play the objective. Fill up all the traps, drop your ability, and then drop your portals, and then boss it. I like to try and just keep the potion ticking. I think that I really like to play Green, but there was one comp that just wrecked me, which was 3 supports and a Mia. And now it's just Arthur. He tries to come over to res him, but I put some trap portals down on him. Should have canceled them since I went through those things. I always do this work because that's the wrong unit. These are okay too because their spinning strike does pretty good for just getting plague on everything. And I don't try and do damage with the car like I said before. I like to just take it away so they don't have it. No mobility on it, it's really good. And the basic kill them. But yeah, so that's how I play Plaguebringer, and there's some basic tips. I'm probably going to run through some stuff. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. Try to be every night, just find these there. I guess same name here. And if there's some other games you guys think that'd be fun or fun to watch me play, I'll be glad to check them out. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and look forward to getting to know you guys.